Now many people are not like so rich to afford and like costly rice like the brown rice, olive oil, this blueberries, which is all like good for the longevity.
But whereas first of all we need to get out from one common myth everyone have is being healthy is costlier. But the truth is being ill healthy is 10 times costlier than being healthy.
What is the biggest problem right now in the health, right, in the health industry?
The traditional medical system is only addressing the symptoms, not the root cause.
I'm not against doctors, but I'm against pharmaceutical companies. What do you think about it?
Absolutely, completely agree with you. They are designed to make you sick, not to heal you. And moreover, we should not blame just only the pharmaceutical companies. Our lifestyles also designed in such a way. Okay.
Hmm.
And moreover, there exists a way, definitely. The doctors has studied the medicine, okay, not the healing.
Hey everyone, welcome to Real Knowledge Club Summit. Today we have one of the most fascinating guests with us, one of the thought leaders who is going to share is like so many years of experience with us so that we can impact so many people's lives. Now, if you see in India, India is known as like the diabetics capital of the world, and we want to basically make it like the health capital of the world, and we are on a mission to share as many people so that we become like health literate and make a world a better place to live. Today, our guest is none other than like Ravi Susmith, whom I know for like over 4+ years, who is the founder of like Heal Easy company, where he has dedicated his life for helping people live longer for 100 years and beyond. Most importantly, medicine-free life. If you see the whole hospitals, the medical, pharmaceutical companies, they all want to make us eat the drugs forever, right? Basically, he want to disrupt the market. Second, diabetics reversal. If you see 1 out of 4 people in India are having diabetics, and like so many people, and we want to help you out so that you live a life without diabetics, and even if somebody have like in your family member or someone, how they can reverse naturally. And third, about gut health, microbiome, how you can overcome any gastric problem or whatever it is, digestive issues, all those things, cutting edge things like you will be learning in this podcast. Make sure that like you take notes. It's going to be not just a podcast, it's going to be like a master class. Pay close attention, and without any further delay, let's all welcome our guest, one of the most important people who can transform our health to the next level. And I want to welcome Ravi to like Real Knowledge Club Longevity Summit.
Thank you, Akshay, for your warm welcome. I'm so happy and thrilled to share my knowledge, what I have gained so far in the past 10 years. Thank for your
Awesome,
warm
awesome.
introduction.
Thank you so much, Ravi. Thank you so much for taking your super valuable time. I'm super excited, right? Ravi, tell us about like from where you are joining from right now, and how did you come into like this healthcare and everything? Because I believe you are not a doctor or like someone, right? How did you come into this industry?
That's a good question. Myself, Ravi, I'm the co-founder of Heal. We are from Hyderabad, okay,
Wow,
at the
amazing.
capital of the India, other to Bangalore. But whereas nowadays uh, there is a lot of emergence in the healthcare as well. We are seeing the lot of the hospitals, lot of the medications are raising day by day. Okay, one in every 5 people I can say nowadays who is more than 40 years are facing with the diabetes issues, and one in every 10 are facing with the digestive issues. And soon over it is going to become a disease capital of the world if it is going to continue. But whereas all this journey has been started because my father also has faced these situations. My father is a diabetic patient. He's been suffering from so long time. Despite of using the popping out the pills from years together, he could not able to get the solution. And not only that, on one fine day while I'm in the Bangalore in the meeting, a sudden phone call came to me. I didn't expected that shock. And the call is all about my father got heart attack. And
Oh
that
my God.
made me, uh, I could not able to digest that thing on the instant. It took so long time to that understand the situation, and I became normal after a hour, and I immediately rushed to hospital. And I'm in Bangalore, he's in Guntur, and I taken the flight and immediately jumped back to the hospital. But upon going to the hospital, we are so anxious, my mother and everyone is so anxious, is keep on crying. By understanding all these things, at the time of when I'm my father is diagnosed with the heart attack, the stunt. Okay, then I rolled back to the situations why it is happening, despite of he using the pills for so long time, still why he is facing the problems. That made me to dig deeper into the health aspects of the world, why it is happening. Then that eventually gave me an opportunity to experience the best aspects about the health, to understand the more about the health. I don't want anyone to suffer my like of my father. Okay, that's the
Mm.
way. uh, I keep while searching on my passion towards understanding the nuances, I come across that one wonderful way of leading the life without disease free and medicine free. And I come across first time encountered the naturopathy, and I have been there for a while in one of the India's biggest naturopathy ashrama for almost 15 days. In that, out of 15 days, I did 10 days fasting. Okay,
Oh,
without
nice.
food and all, with just water. Upon doing the things, I come to know the biggest realization that you never have to depend on the medication. Your body
Mm.
is the biggest doctor. It can able to heal any of the diseases you are going to face. Whenever that realization has been happened to me, I helped my parents, my neighbors, my uh, other colleagues as well, in reversing all the health situations, health conditions, by practicing and make them practice the things what I have learned so far. And that never has stopped there, right? That curiosity has dig deeper into the looking to the other areas of the health as well. Upon understanding all these things, I come to know the deeper root cause of the all the problems emerge from the gut. Okay,
Mm.
this is the source of inspiration to start this journey.
Absolutely, that's an incredible journey, right? Like your father had suffered like heart attack, and then you made it out a mission. Like you want to find a solution for your father, then your family, and now you want to help people across India and the world. That's amazing. Now, my next question to you is like, how did you come into this thing, right? Like, because you were like a charter accountant, you
Yeah,
had studied about finances, everything. You were nowhere like into like a medical this thing, right? What was
exactly.
your vision, mission, and like principles? Right now, you have found this company Heal Easily. What exactly it does?
Absolutely. You never have to be a doctor to help the people. Okay, we have
Mm.
the group of the doctors, by the way. They are the functional medicine expert and functional nutritionists. We are collectively a team of 15 people helping the people. Okay, it's and our core mission, I am the guiding person who can able to guide the people in serving the society in the better way. Okay, I'm not directly dealing with the clients, but my team members, my the doctors and the functional consultants, they are the people, they are helping the people. I am giving the direction to them in treating these things in the best way. And our mission is clear. We are on a mission to help at least 10 million people to come out from the chronic diseases naturally without medication. Because right now, if you could able to see, the healthcare system is broken. Okay.
Mm.
We are completely dependent on the medication, despite we know that it is not reversing the problem.
Yep.
And that realization made me that it should not restrict to a limited people. Okay, if you found the truth and if you could not able to explain it to others, it's a massive uh, misjustice to yourself. Okay, that's where I felt it's my moral responsibility to share this truth to the world and help the others as well in reversing the chronic diseases naturally, and life and live long up to 100 years without depending on the any other external things. And we
Mm.
collectively helping the people, me along with my co-founder Shiva, and we collectively make that big vision and helping the people in reversing that through online naturally by educating the people. Education is the forefront of the thing what we are doing, because nowadays people has ignorance about the health. It's a lack of education making them to ignorant about the health aspects. Our objective is no medicines, no diet work without education. Education is the forefront of whatever we do. That's why we are educating the people and we are transforming their health by practicing whatever we have taught. That's the
Absolutely.
source of.
Absolutely. Loved it. Amazing. And Ravi, what is the biggest problem right now in the health, right? In the health industry, right? And what are right now like the hospital and the clinics, where are they right now? Because anytime I've seen like so many people who have like diabetics problem, all those things, when they go to a doctor, like they prescribe that medicines and they have to keep eating for the rest of their life, right? And what is the solution? How can one actually reverse? What are the major problems the medical industry have, and how are you solving those problems?
That's good question. Actually, the traditional medical system, basically the allopathy, majority of the
Yes.
cases, it has been wonderful in treating the infections, and it will be wonderful in treating the emergency case, but it miserably failed in reversing the chronic diseases, diabetes, hypertension, PCOS, thyroid, autoimmune, no matter whatever the chronic diseases you see. The traditional medical system is only addressing the symptoms, not the
Correct.
root cause. It's like if you are having the leaky slop, okay, and you keep on mopping when the slop is leaking, but instead of fixing the root, if you are keep on removing the water with them by mopping, okay, will it help us to solve the root cause?
No, it doesn't solve.
The same thing
Again and again,
happening.
it will keep coming. Hmm.
Absolutely. The traditional medical system is doing exactly the same thing. It is just mopping out the symptoms, not fixing the root cause. That's the reason it could not able to reverse the problem. The traditional medical system is designed to manage the disease, not to reverse the disease. Here we are on a mission to reverse the diseases by fixing the root cause.
Amazing, amazing. And because I see like so many doctors spend like 5 years MBBS, then like they spend so many years studying like so many fat books, and then they do MD specialization, and then they do like residency, right? And even after studying so much, they're still not able to give like a solution. And these pharmaceuticals, as even Naveen Jain, you must be knowing, when I
Yeah,
interviewed him, he told like the biggest like the vision statement for like pharmaceutical companies is like they want to keep making money, right? Forever. Their goal is like to not give the solution instantly, right? I'm not against doctors, but I'm against pharmaceutical companies. What do you think about it?
absolutely, completely agree with you. They are designed to make you sick, not to heal you. And moreover, we should not blame just only the pharmaceutical companies. Our lifestyles also designed in such a way. Okay.
Hmm.
And moreover, there exists a way, definitely. The doctors has studied the medicine, okay,
Hmm.
not the healing. How
Hmm.
a lawyer can able to write the code, a
No,
technology
not
code, or
possible.
he can't able to write because he studied the law. He could not able to
Correct.
write it. In the same way, the doctors has good at understanding how medicines work on particular diseases, and they haven't
Hmm.
studied the healing. Okay,
Hmm.
that is the main reason they can preach and practice whatever they have learned so far. They could not able to, in majority of the cases, not all everyone, in majority of the cases this is the practice people are following, and people are also don't have the time, they are ignorant, and they are looking for instant quick fixes. That is the also one of the main reason the doctors are just prescribing the medications rather than educating them towards the lifestyle changes.
Absolutely, absolutely. That was one of the most important things, and I think right now in this AI era, things is going to change like so much because there is so much of data, and people want like root cause solution, not like a quick fix, right? And Ravi, I'm so curious to know, why does this disease all come, right? What is the main cause? Can't everybody know about, okay, disease is coming, diabetics is coming, heart attack is coming before only, right? Why, like, prevention is better than cure? There is a
Yeah,
famous quote, right? Why should we
agree.
get a disease and then try to cure it? Can you tell us ways? What is the reason why we are getting disease and how to avoid these diseases?
Okay, there are the actually four pillars, okay,
Okay.
to have the healthy life. One is diet, second one is sleep, third one is momentum, fourth one is mental health. These are all the four pillars to be healthy. But
Hmm.
right now, in our busy world, every pillar has its weakness. Every pillar getting broken. Coming to the lifestyle, we are having the very worst lifestyle the human have ever been experienced. Agree?
Yes.
And we have the bad sleep patterns nowadays. If you compare to 1970s to right now in 2020s, the average, the people in India used to sleep at 8:30 at that time, the
Hmm.
average sleep time across the India. But right now
Correct.
it is 11:30. Okay.
Yes.
And the sleep has the major disturbance in our health. The
Correct.
sleep plays a major
Hmm.
roles, but if you got disturbance, everything out of toss. And the third one is momentum, exercise. Nowadays we are stick to the chairs, sedentary lifestyle, unable to have the movement, even a small exercises or mini walks also. And this sedentary lifestyle was making us to not to release the essential hormones. You could able to only release whenever you have certain momentum, having at least a few minutes of the walk after the meal. All these things will make you to make you perfectly healthy. And moreover, fine, last but not the least, it's a mental health. Nowadays people are consuming the data. What in 1700s people used to consume this one day data in an entire lifetime. Their
Yeah.
entire lifetime data is by consuming by us in one day. Then how many
Hmm.
thoughts are happening in the mind? How much stability will be there in the mind? Okay, all this leading to disturbance of the mental health aspects. All these four pillars getting affected, that is the main reason we are affecting with these diseases.
Hmm.
Okay.
Absolutely. Right.
And
I love that.
because of
Hmm.
all these things, there is a one more underlying thing which is getting disturbed. That is our gut. Our gut microbiome is getting affected because of all these things.
Hmm.
And that is the root
Right.
cause of all the issues.
Correct, correct. Absolutely. Right. And I truly believe like gut microbiome because I didn't even know the word gut until like I interviewed Naveen Jain. He was the person who told microbiome, microbiome. I was like, why it is so important, right? Then I was started to learn about it. The gut is the second brain. While we are hungry, we don't show our head, we show our stomach, we are hungry, right? And can you tell us what exactly is this gut?
Okay. A gut is nothing but we will think it as a intestine, but
Hmm.
gut is nothing from mouth to anus.
Hmm.
Whatever the
Okay.
digestive tract which will be connected, we call it as a gut.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
And gut consists of gut responsibility is to digest the food and divide the food, absorb the food, and eliminate the waste from our body. It is the essential aspects of the gut. And whereas it is like a engine to the car. You can't
Hmm.
run the car without engine, right? Our gut is
Right.
the engine to our body. You could not able to get immunity, you could not able to get energy without having the gut. If the engine is broken, your car could able to broke, right? In the same
Yes.
way,
Yes.
if your engine got damaged, that's how that will result in the rest of all the diseases like diabetes, acidity, gastritis, bloating, and all the sort of chronic diseases, because your engine has some weaknesses. And that is the core thing. And inside the gut there are the multiple aspects involved. The moment you eat to food, while you eliminate the food, there are the multiple process involved: absorption, digestion, elimination, ingestion. Four parts are there. that will be responsible to divide each and everything. Okay, I will go more over into this moving forward.
Absolutely. Loved it. And because gut is like so important. Now, one of the questions what I have is obviously it's a controversial question as well. Why should we eat only like vegetarian food instead of like non-vegetarian food? Right now, when I was reading a survey, 71% Indians eat some form of meat like chicken, mutton, egg, fish, whatnot, right? And I must thank you and your friend Shankar, right? Because of y'all, I came into like even this Sattvic revolution movement. And why should one actually follow like a Sattvic and like a vegetarian lifestyle?
Okay. mm, there is no particular fact that one will be healthy only when will follow the vegetarian thing. It's up to
Hmm.
their, okay, up to their values. Because their values does not supporting someone to not to hurt others. That is the main reason of the vegans or the vegetarians who are having such thing. But whereas coming to the diet, it's completely different. Okay, that doesn't guarantee, if you are guarantee if you are just having the vegetarian, you are not going to face any diseases, right? In the same, it's
Yes,
all
yes.
about the balanced diet. We tend to ignore the lot of the things, and we don't know what exactly the diet we need to take in. That's the reason we fell into the trap of different sort of the practices. Okay, but coming to the having the vegetarian diet, it will ease your digestion. That is the major
Hmm.
thing. It's like having a good high petrol, I think high quality petrol inside your
Like a shell
engine.
petrol. Yeah.
Absolutely. Whereas
Hmm.
it will easily digest, easily absorb. Not every
Hmm.
vegetarian is a good, I think say. Vegetables and the fruits are the good factors, but not like a chole bhature or some other aspects which is with the too much masala on this.
Hmm.
Okay, whereas
Right.
non-veg is also good to some extent for certain sort of the aspects of the health, but that we should not discriminate between both of these things, but we should follow whatever fit to our body.
Hmm. Hmm. Absolutely, absolutely. That's right. It is like the individual's choice, right? Whether they want to take the vegetarian or like non-vegetarian,
Absolutely,
right? Yeah.
it depends on
Anything
their
is
value.
based on your value. If you think killing animal is bad and like you don't want to have any bad karma, then go for like a vegetarian, which is sattvic lifestyle. That's what we are meant to be born, and as a humans, not to harm anyone else and like doing the good thing, doing the right thing is the key. I love that. And secondly, Ravi, like what are the foods, right? One has to eat which is good for the gut, and one has to avoid which is not good for the gut.
Okay, first of all, as you asked about the gut, gut is like a host which is going to host the trillions of the bacteria.
Hmm.
Okay, your gut consists of all these trillions of the bacteria, which essential work is to break down the food and convert into the essential nutrients.
Hmm.
Okay, and if you have that wrong combination of the bacteria inside your stomach, okay, your bad bacteria is high and good bacteria is low. That's the reason you could not able to produce the essential nutrients which is essential for the rest of the aspects of the body. When you unable to produce that essential nutrients, that's where you form a disease. Okay, if at all, if you take any area of the body, every organ in the body depends on the nutrients, micro and
Yes.
macronutrients. If it is
Hmm.
lack of certain things, then only you that organ will going to be get damaged. Okay, and the gut
Absolutely.
is essential in producing that essential nutrients for that particular organ.
Hmm.
Got
Right.
it?
Right. Absolutely. Love that. And Ravi, can you tell us about your routine, right? Like your morning routine, like what food do you eat, like afternoon, night, and how many hours, like do you fast in a day?
uh, it depends from the person to person, but whereas I follow certain practices which really adapted to my lifestyle. I wake up at 6, and I will start my day by practicing the meditation, because I need to clean the mind so that I can set
Yes.
the day for the rest of the day. And I will practice for at least 15 to 20 minutes. And first 90 minutes I won't touch my phone also. i will
Wow.
I will have my own schedule, all the things. I will go ahead with whatever I planning the day, everything, some sort of the rituals, yoga, doing yoga. And the moment after having the meditation, I will start with the water, at least 1 liter of the warm water. that
Mm.
that that I have habituated from the so almost 4 to 5 years. And I will practicing the intermittent fasting as well from these 5 years. The moment I'm following all the best practices till now from the past 4 years, I not even he even haven't been caught with the cold also till now,
Oh my God,
because
that's
of this good
crazy.
practice. And
Mm.
I will have my first I will skip the breakfast. Instead of that, I have the water. And moreover, I will have the black coffee, sorry, black coffee
Okay.
without. And I will start my first lunch at 1 o'clock with the balanced diet, having the right combination of a rainbow diet, I can say. And
Okay.
I will have the two times meal in a day, one at 1, one at 7. And in at the 7 o'clock, I most probably have the half of the veggies or half of the vegetables. It's a natural ways, and half of into the cooked way. That's how I end up
Mm.
the day. I will make sure the essential nutrients, proteins, and everything will be there in my diet practices. That's how I end up the day. And I will sleep at 10:30. I will make sure that I have the deep sleep. I used to measure it as well. And that's how I will take care of my body.
Absolutely amazing. I love that. Like you wake up at 6 a.m., you start with meditation for 90 minutes, you don't touch your phone. Then at like 1 o'clock, you have your lunch. And then at 7 p.m., you have your dinner. How about like breakfast? Many people tell, how will I get energy if I don't eat breakfast, right? Immunity, like the strength and everything. If you don't eat, you become sick. And as you told, like for 5 years, you have not got any disease. How is it even possible?
Good question. Actually,
Yeah.
the thing is, you need to conscious about what you are eating, and your body
Mm.
will speak to you whenever you pay attention to your body. Your body clearly know what to eat, what not to eat, and when to eat, when not to eat also, if you have such consciousness. And by the way, by practicing the intermittent fasting, that really helped me is the benefit of intermittent fasting is you are going to have a 16 hours gap between the meal. By the time your body flush out all the toxins, digest all the practices has been happened, it will complete all the practices. And it will has the ample amount of the time to repair the body, okay,
Mm.
to fix the issues, to repair the body, to remove the even more toxins. It's like a night workers. When we sleep, it will come into the picture and it will clean out all the things before having the one more meal. That's how we will maintain and sustain our body in such a way it will take care of itself.
Mm.
If you have the breakfast, then definitely you are putting one more load on it. Okay, you are stopping it to clean clearly. Okay, clean with the I have the more cleaning hours compared to the rest of the people. That's what I felt. It's been worked for me. That's how I am practicing.
Absolutely, absolutely. Loved it. It's a great, it's like you less load to your body so that your body does not spend more energy on like digestion, doing all the things. It's like a truck lorry is there, and if you put full load on it, it is going to have a puncture or like only few years it will come. If you take less load, your body or like the truck can stay for like much longer years, right? Love that.
Absolutely.
And Ravi, now if you see, most of the people in India love coffee, tea, chai. As soon as they wake up, they take like coffee, tea, right? And then they eat idli, dosa, all those things. What is your view on like this milk, right? Is it good to drink like coffee and tea? It is good for the body?
When you get started with the coffee or the tea, it will start with hesitation. Okay,
Hmm.
you won't feel smoother, and you will be habituated to that from so long time. That's the reason you could not able to avoid these things. Despite of that, if you could able to start your day with the warm water, that would be even more helpful. Okay, and if someone has that coffee and the tea addiction, that definitely better to have these things without milk, so that it will
Hmm.
hurt less compared to having the milk and sugar.
Mm.
If you could able to avoid both, the impact of all these things is very minimal compared to having the milk and sugar. And if you have the
Absolutely.
right practices when you get started initially, then it's get good to go with the breakfast also.
Absolutely, absolutely love that. And how does the this gut microbiome affect like diabetics, thyroid problems, and like PCOS in like women as well?
Okay, that's good question. That's the major burning question that's happening right now. Okay, whereas coming to the gut microbiome, right?
Mm.
It is essential to produce the different sort of the nutrients.
Yep.
And coming to the each and every disease, if your gut is leaky, or if your gut is with full of the toxins, what it will happen is that accumulated toxins will flow through your bloodstream.
Mm.
Okay, if the toxins got accumulated in your kidneys, you will face that kidney stones. If the same
Yes.
toxins got accumulated inside your gallbladder, you will face the gallbladder stones. And the same toxins, if accumulated inside the heart, you will form the cholesterol. Okay, no matter if the same toxins went into the cysts for the ladies, it will form into the PCOS. If the same toxins get into the respiratory system, asthma, bronchitis, all these things happens, migraines. It's all about if you are ignoring the gut and if you are too much damaging the gut, that eventually forming the toxins inside your gut. And the toxins is the major reason for all the majority of the issues. And if you could able to fix the toxins by detoxifying your body as well as maintaining the healthy lifestyle and as well as the good microbiome practices, okay, then you could able to come out easily. The only reason why we are facing is we have the toxins, we are not cleaning the body, despite we are expecting some magic pill is going to cure our ill. The first
Mm.
and foremost thing is you need to clean out the toxins first, then only something will work. But the bad thing what people
Absolutely.
are doing is without cleaning that things, expecting some expect exceptional solution is going to solve their problem.
Correct, correct, correct. It's like cleaning, it's like so important, right? And Ravi, can you tell us the importance of like fasting for one day? If we see in Indian tradition, like Ayurveda and all, it was told like every month at least once fast entire day. And if you see like Jains also, they fast almost like for so many days also without food. Why it is important for everyone to at least fast one complete day and due rest for our body?
See, as you already said, it's a rest. Okay, how we give the rest to our car, how you give rest to your bike, in the same way this fasting help us to clean our house. For example, in our house also, once in every year we give the time to completely clean the house, otherwise it will mess up with a lot of dust and waste. In the same way, we are having the digestion day in and day out, and we are not giving enough time for the cleaning. By
Correct.
practicing these fasting aspects, you are going to give the much more time on the than the normal days, so that it can able to clean the in the better way. All the rigorous
Absolutely.
cleaning is going to be happen whenever you stop digesting. Okay,
Mm,
and in
mm.
every tradition, Hindu, Muslim, Christian, these practices are there. And if someone could able to follow these religious practices, that itself is enough.
Correct, correct. Absolutely, I love that. Hindus practice, I think, Ekadashi, Muslims during the Ramzan time, Christians also, like almost every religion in the world follows, and it's like so important for us to like fast, give rest to our body. I love that. And Ravi, when it comes down to our diet, right? What food to eat? Like example, like right now, if you see, India has become the diabetics capital of the world, right? We are on the number one. And when I was having conversation with certain doctors, even cardiologist, right, like Manipal Hospital, like HOD, he told 1 out of 4 people are like suffering because of heart attacks, right? And even Shiva Shankaran sir, the Aircel founder and like Evo, even he was telling it is so important for us to know and avoid it. Now, first tell us about what exactly is like diabetics for the people who are not even aware, and how can one actually avoid diabetics?
Good question. Actually,
Yes.
diabetes is nothing but insulin resistance. Okay, there is more glucose passing throughout your blood, rather more than it can able to handle. Okay,
Mm,
and the more glucose circulating in throughout your body, and the cell is not absorbing that glucose. Why the cell is not observing the gate which can help us to open the to enter the glucose into the cell is insulin act as a gate to enter
mm,
that glucose into the cell so that we'll get energy.
okay.
But if you have that insulin resistance, what happening is that gate is not opening,
Mm,
and our sugar levels are keep on maintaining throughout the blood, and that's where it leading to the lot of inflammation and hurting the other aspects of the organs also. The more the glucose is there inside the body, it hurts you the most, and it will automatically impact the hormones, and it automatically impacts your immunity. Okay, and it's weaken your immunity so that you will lose the healing capacity of your body. Generally, if you cut the hand, generally for a child, it can able to heal it naturally,
mm,
whereas for the diabetic patient it is so tough to heal the wound, because they lost the natural ability of the body, healing ability, because of the excessive glucose sitting inside your blood, which is hurting the immune system.
mm,
And this is
mm,
happens because of excessive consumption of the carbs, carbohydrate diet. Indians are very rich in carbohydrate diet. This is the one of the major reason they keep on getting the diabetes, because of the having the high carb diet. The morning you wake up to evening you slept, we'll start with the idli dosa, all these are heavy carbs, carbohydrates. They produce the heavy glucose, and the moment afterwards, for the South Indians it's the rice, for the North Indians it's chapati, roti.
right.
Even at the end of the day, while snacking also we'll have all these things, and by the dinner also we'll repeat the same process. We are
Correct.
more we are having the more carbohydrate rich diet. That is the reason we are having the excessive glucoses, where body could not able to handle that much. And moreover, I can able to say with a simple analogy what is carbs and what is fats, how it look help in our body.
Sure.
If you take for example, if you want to have the fire, okay, on the countryside, if you go somewhere, and if you want to fire, put a fire there, in first of all you put the lot of peppers to burn it out. Okay,
Yes.
and how many peppers no matter how many peppers you put on, that fire won't stay for a long, immediately it will burn and it will cool down, as long
Mm,
as you need to put the peppers, right?
correct.
What if this, and instead of the peppers, what if you put a block of wood, it will take time to lit up, but
Mm,
once it lit up, it will there for hours together, right? In
correct.
the same way, our carbs are like the peppers. It will burn easily, instantly it will get into our blood, the glucose will get into our bloodstreams, whereas the fats are like a block of the wood. It will go give you the slow energy, slowly it will produce the glucose inside your body, so that body could able to manage these things. Okay, this
Mm,
balance, if you miss this balance and expecting you to that put up the fire throughout the peppers itself, you need to wait, you need to wake up all the night together. Okay, this is
absolutely.
happening inside
Absolutely.
our body.
Right. Love that. Love that analogy. It's so easy to understand. Like paper is like the carbs, instantly it'll burn and after some time it'll cool down. And fats and like this proteins, it's like the wood, it'll slowly light up and it'll stay even for like longer time. Now, Ravi, the question to you is, now many people are not like so rich to afford and like eat this costly rice, like the brown rice, olive oil, this blueberries, which is all like good for the longevity, right? Most of the people in India earn less than 25,000 rupees per month, 90% people, that's like 3 lakhs per annum revenue. What advice like you will tell them, someone who is coming from a middle class background, humble background, what they have to eat so that they can live longer for 100 years and more? Longevity in budget.
Good question. But whereas
Okay.
first of all, we need to get out from one common myth everyone have is being healthy is costlier.
Hmm.
But the truth is being ill healthy is 10 times costlier than being healthy. Do you know how much everyone spend on the medications on an average on their entire lifetime?
No.
It's 20 to 25% of their lifetime earnings.
Oh my God. Hmm.
And how much amount they spend on being healthy?
Almost nothing, right?
Not even 5%
10%.
of their entire lifetime savings.
Hmm.
But people tend to think it as being healthy is a costly affair.
Hmm.
But truth is being ill-healthy is the 10 times costlier affair than being healthy. But whereas for the question what you have asked is need to have the balanced meal. Okay. Balanced meal consists of it's a rainbow diet. Your plate should look like a rainbow, multiple colors, greens, veggies, as well as, of course, brown rice, as well as curd. Okay, balanced things you need to have in your plate so that your body get all the essential nutrients it required. Instead of having the balanced diet, you keep on having the one variety of the rice and just with curries. It is not producing the enough nutrients for your body. Okay, having the vegetables is not a costly affair. It's an easily available. Having the curd rice is not a costly affair. It's an easy available. The only thing is health is also is available with us, but we are have misinterpreted in such a way that we need to spend fortunes to be healthy. Everywhere
Hmm.
the raw vegetables what you eat and the eggs, it's not affordable. And the veggies and the whole grain rice, everything is whatever you are doing is everyone it can able to afford it. It's not a costly affair at all.
Correct, correct. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that. And my next question over here to you, Ravi, is as you told, everybody can afford it. Like 25% of our earnings, like most of them spend in the sick care, and we are just spending 5% on our health. Now, how can one actually avoid even getting sick in first place, right? Why should we even get diabetics? What can we do? Someone who is watching this, who is in early 20s, in their adolescence, or like 20, 25, 27 years, what advice you will tell nowadays? Because I see even like a 10-year-old, 15-year-old also are getting diabetics, right? Not just 50 or 60s. What they have to do to avoid? Because if they don't avoid, definitely they will get it, right? Precaution is better than cure.
Number one thing is we are heavily dependent on the processed foods.
Hmm.
Okay, packaged foods and the processed foods.
Like the
There
Swiggy,
are
Zomato.
no, it's a packaged food and processed
Okay.
foods is like biscuits. Okay,
Yeah.
some
Yes.
sort of the
Hmm.
chocolates and all the
Hmm.
sugary aspects, heavy processed foods. They remove all the essential things which is required for our digestion and only put the waste out of it. And having depending on those things eventually have the impact on your health. That is the one thing. And the second thing is nowadays late night eating and heavy snacking.
Hmm.
This is the major problem. The heavy snacking means people will eat if they get bored, not when they
Yeah.
become hungry.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
we avoid
Absolutely.
that boring and they are having the continuously having the snacking.
Hmm.
And whenever you have the type of that, whenever you eat you die, you will get the digestive juices released. How many times you eat, that many times the digestive juices will get released, and that many times the glucose will get spiked. Okay, of course these are all the wrong practice. First of all you need to remove, then you need to add. You need to remove the bad from your whatever you are doing, then you need to add the good practices. This is the removal aspect. Whereas every year the people who has more than 25, I strongly recommend to have the blood tests. yearly blood work done, so that they can clearly understand the what are the essential vitamins, nutrients, HbA1c score, sugar levels, everything. They could clearly sense what exactly happening inside their body. It's like a yearly audit, like how we are doing our income tax and GST filings for every year audit. In the same way, if we could able to audit our what exactly happening inside your body, so that you can come to know your deficiency, you can prevent before it become out of your hands. Okay, this is the two
Absolutely.
things. Coming to the additions, you need to have the balanced diet. Okay, so that your body can able to get all the essential nutrients it want.
Mm.
Without balanced diet, it's so tough. And better to have the whole grain food instead of the processed rice. Better to have the whole grain, so that it has the better fiber inside that. This fiber is the food for the our gut microbiome.
Mm.
Okay, this is the best ways to have to be healthy.
Absolutely. Love that. When you told about like the whole rice, it's like the brown rice, right? Instead of like this white rice, right? And secondly, when you told about like everybody after like 25 years, you'll have to do like blood test every year. How much does it cost and which test they have to do? And do you have any recommendation of where they can get it and like how much does it cost?
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Nowadays you never have to go to the nearby laboratories also. If you go to the 1mg or some other platforms where you could able to book the blood test, many people will come to your home. Okay,
Yeah.
right now we are also doing helping our patients or the customers across the India. We have the partners and tie-ups with the multiple labs across the
Mm.
India. The moment the book with us, we are giving it for concessional prices. The moment the same full body blood test, if you need to get it from the outside lab, anywhere it is going to cost you 5 to 6 thousand for sure. But for
Mm.
with us, we are giving it for 1900 itself, so that someone will come to your home and take the blood works and take the full body reports, HbA1c, nutrients deficiency, everything. All the parameters are included in it, and you can come to know what exactly within 24 hours you will get the report.
Absolutely. And based on that, we have to optimize our health. We come to know, are we even getting diabetics? Is there any other problem or anything?
Prevention,
Can you
better
tell
to
us,
have.
yeah, can you tell us advantages of like doing this blood test? Because many will think, I don't have any disease, right? Why should I even do blood checkup? It's waste of money. I am healthy. I'm good like that.
See, the thing is, body is wonderful at hiding the disease. It won't tell you unless it hurts. Okay,
Mm.
you don't feel the heart attack unless that full blockage has been happened. Even it
Mm.
is 80% uh, block also, it won't tell you I'm not good.
Yeah.
Okay, whenever something is out of control only, your body will scream. That
Mm.
doesn't mean that you are healthy.
Right.
Okay, and people only consider the two things. One is, am I sick or am I healthy?
Yes.
Okay, sick is an opposite of the healthy, people will think. Whereas whenever you see that blood reports, you can come to know the diagnosis. Okay, for example, if you take a car, why will give it to the maintenance for every 2 months or 3 months? Why can't we maintain throughout the life? As long it is going, we should feel it is an healthy, right? But why we are providing giving it for maintenance?
We are doing that oil change, engine checkup, brake cleaning, all those things so that our car will run for even more years.
Absolutely, it will get the highest mileage and
Correct.
it will
Mm.
run smoothly. It has the higher lifespan. In the
Yeah.
same way, if we are not providing a maintenance for our body, okay,
Yeah.
it will have the shorter lifespan, and it
Correct.
will wear and tear of the parts in the car if you haven't given for the maintenance. In the same way, our parts like kidneys and digestive issues and as well as the heart will wear and tear easily, quickly, comparatively. That's how our average lifespan in India is came to 63. Okay,
Mm.
once upon a time it's so long, but because of the unmaintenance of the wonderful body, that lifespan has been drastically getting reduced.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's right. And that's 100% right. And Ravi, what do you want to tell? Like, so many people love sugar, right? From all the way from 7 year old to way up to like 80, 90 years old. Why should one actually avoid sugar and like sugary products? What all things they have to avoid? Because almost every kurkure, like the biscuit, this chocolate, in one place they have written sugar, one place go glucose, like there are like so many names for like sugar, right? Why should one actually avoid it?
Of course, as I already said, right, sugar is the culprit of all these things.
Hmm.
This sugar will instantly spike inside our blood, and it will keep on in the blood itself, and it will impact the hormones.
Hmm.
That's why we face the thyroid, PCOS, heavy weight. Okay, and no matter whatever the diseases you are going to happen, it is because of the hormonal influence. And this sugar inside our blood will influence all the hormones, and it will block certain hormones. That's the reason we face these issues. Of course, we have the natural alternatives. The processed sugars is the major culprit here. It's not the natural sugars. If you have the jaggery, or if you have the dates, okay, it's nothing going to happen. Even if you have the fruits also, it has the natural unconverted sugar. But
Hmm.
whereas in the processed sugar only, it is going to hurt you. Body could need to convert that into the different format. That is
Hmm.
where the major problem arises. And instead of the artificial things, it's better to have the natural alternatives. Nowadays, some of the brands has also been emerged, like Whole Truth, all these things. You can able to have that natural way of chocolates, with
Yeah.
which is made with the jaggery, which is made with the dates. Of course, it's bit costlier, but the thing is your body won't hurt much compared to the unprocessed way of having the sugars.
Absolutely, absolutely. Love that. And Ravi, my question to you is, as you told, like it is good to eat like fruits compared to like this processed sugar. Now, if you see, some fruits also produce like too much of like sugar, like example, papaya or like even banana also gives, right? But we have to eat it in a limit, right? Not too much of that.
Absolutely. Particularly for the general people, it is healthy. But
Yeah.
for the diabetics people only, there is a restriction. As long as
Hmm.
you eat the fruit, there is no, it won't hurt. But for
Okay.
the diabetic patients who already has the excessive glucoses inside their body, for them it is not recommended.
Hmm.
For the rest of the
Absolutely.
people, it's no, you never have to worry if you, as long as you are having the fruits.
Right, right. And now there's so many young people to like small children. They always want to eat like chocolates. Daddy, I want chocolate. Mommy, I want chocolate. They're always behind chocolates. This cakes, right? Dark chocolate. It's like artificial flavors and like everything. Now, instead of eating like this kurkure, lays, all those things, what can we replace it with it, right? Like what can we eat instead of all these processed and like this food which is not good for our gut and body?
Absolutely. The thing is here, food companies has been hypnotized us in such a way that you can't live without them, because
Yeah,
more tasty they have designed in such a way you could not able to resist without having those things. But it
correct.
is so tough to address those things, whereas we need to find the alternatives for each and everything, and so that we can compensate that. It is so tough to stop certain things also, because your gut microbiome also has been habituated this. You are not the person who are always craving for this. You have been trained your entire body from inside the microbiome also. You have been habituated in such a way so that you can't live without those things. The one and only thing which we need to do is, we need to have the better alternatives for each and every product which we crave for.
Hmm.
Okay, that is the one thing. And second one is, having those things, irregular eating is the major problem nowadays. Whenever
Hmm.
they want to eat, they can eat. That is the major problem: irregular snacking and irregular eating.
Okay,
No matter whatever you want to eat, if you could put on all things together,
like a
okay, you can
timetable.
eat, yeah, once at a
Yeah.
time, so that not the unhealthy things, combination of the both, sometimes it
Hmm.
helps. It's all about the lifestyle changes we need to make. It is so difficult nowadays to have certain lifestyle practice. That is the reason we are educating the people on what should need to they need to have in their plate without compromising the taste. We should
Hmm.
the healthy thing should not compromise the taste. It should be even more beyond than the unhealthy things. Then the people will go ahead and approach the healthy snacks and healthy aspects.
Absolutely, absolutely love that. We have to replace instead of eating unnecessary food, drink eat like coconut, right? All those things which is good for your body. Now, Ravi, one of the most important question over here is like when I went to one of the biggest hospitals in Bangalore, they are providing for the ICU patients or like high who are into the ventilator or like anything. They are telling drink juice. There is a cafe there, like orange juice, apple juice, and everything. Now, if you see, it is told right like eating fruit is more good because it has proteins. The main essence are there in that. But if we convert that fruit into like juice, it will almost lose majority of its essence, and it's like nothing. Now, when doctors have so much knowledge and everything, why are they keeping like this juice thing in the hospital? What's your thoughts on it?
See, here we are not comparing the fruits with the juices.
Hmm.
Okay, we should need to compare. If they can't have the juice, something they need to have, right?
Yeah, yeah, you're correct.
Why they recommend the juice is because it required the lowest digestion, simple way
Hmm.
of eating. That too, whenever you are in the ICUs, okay, your
Hmm.
digestive system will won't work at the optimum level. That is the
Okay.
reason they give the simple juices so that it will have the lowest impact on the digestion system. The juices has
Understood.
the major impact. Whereas
Right.
coming to the fruits, whenever someone is in the critical situations, they can't even have the fruits also. That's the reason
Correct.
liquid diet is the major thing which works at there.
Hmm.
And moreover, if you come outside also, by having the fruits is the first and foremost thing. And if at all, if it is not possible, then only better to have the fruits, not to with the sugar.
Hmm. Hmm. Absolutely. The first preference is like for other people, they can have fruits. If they cannot eat, only then they can take the juice, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think we
Now,
can cover more of the gut aspects as well, so that I
yes,
can.
sure. Yes. Now, what are some of the natural ways to what is that restore or heal our gut microbiome, right? Whatever is happening in our body.
Okay, good question. Actually, there are the four things which really help our good bacteria to restore it in the natural ways. The main reason why we lose the bacteria, good bacteria inside our stomach is we are not feeding the food whatever it required.
Hmm.
For example, the gut microbiome food is fiber. Your food lack of the fiber, then majority of the good bacteria will die. And if
Yeah.
it die, it won't produce. And I will tell you how our digestion system link to our immune system. Immunity
Sure.
system is nothing but healing our body from the external ailments and diseases. And if your immunity system got weak, that is where you face the disease. Why
Hmm.
you'll get weak? Because the source, the food for the immunity system is short chain fatty acids. Okay, one of the major food for the immunity system, and these are produced inside our gut, and and it is produced by our gut microbiome. Gut microbiome eat the fiber, and they will produce the short chain fatty acids, and
Hmm.
which eventually feed our immunity system, which make us healthy. The moment you are not feeding the right fiber and you are not feeding the good amount of the fiber to the gut microbiome, what it is doing, majority of the gut microbiome are dying. The moment it died, it won't produce the short chain fatty acids. The moment you lack of the short chain fatty acids, the moment your immunity system will get weak. That's how we easily attract with the diseases. Okay,
Hmm.
better to have the fiber first approach, like in the banana. Better to have one banana a day. Okay, better to have the whole grain food so that they will have the fiber on the top of the layer of the grain. And one more thing is better to have the fermented foods like kanji or at least curd rice. Fermented curd rice also wonderfully works. This will feed our gut microbiome and will make us improve our immunity. Okay, and these are all the best practices I can able to say that. And second, and one more thing is better to hydrate it so that it
Hmm.
can flush out all the toxins. At least minimum you need to have 3 to 4 liters of the water. The major problem nowadays is people are not taking enough water.
Hmm.
Okay, that is the one thing. And second thing is which can almost impacts that gut microbiome is the stress. Gut and brain are both are interlinked. It will like a
Hmm.
both friends, he can communicate easily every time. Okay,
Yes.
but the moment you are facing too much stress, you will lose appetites
Hmm.
and you will lost hunger. The more you are in the stress, you won't feel hungry. And
Correct.
these are all the factors which influence our gut microbiome and that eventually impacting our immune system. Better to include all this, having the better mental well-being, heavy fiber rich foods, fermented foods. These are the natural ways to have the healthy gut microbiome.
Absolutely, absolutely. Love that. And Ravi, what you will recommend for the people who is drinking lot of alcohol or like BD, cigarette, all those things, right? Is it good alcohol? Do you think it is good for the body? Obviously, it's not. And how should they overcome that addiction? Because if we try to tell someone who is already drinking or like smoking, if we tell them to quit, they'll be like, hey, we know, man. Even they also know it is not good for their body, right? And why should one actually stop doing it?
See, I think we know everything that it is not the right practices to have those things. We have been addicted in such a way that we can't live without that. We have been habituated for years together, and all our bodies can't act without those things. And it's so tough to make someone to stop something. Instead of you can able to provide the better alternative. Alternative is the only way. As the book called The Tiny Habits, uh,
Hmm.
he clearly mentioned this how our human brain works. It's all about repeated patterns. The more the
Hmm.
patterns you have trained, it is going to act in such a way. It's so tough. It is a complicated question also because the entire world is struggling with that. Okay, we
Right.
are not the person to change their
Absolutely.
patterns, but of course that self realization need to be come from within. Unless otherwise
Hmm.
nobody could able to help them. They only need to help themselves.
Absolutely, absolutely. Love that. And when it comes down to how crucial it is to have a good sleep and like gut health and like healing, right? How can we cure all the diseases what we may have and like by taking care of our body because this is the temple.
Got it. Good question. Actually, the sleep is the wonderful medicine
Hmm.
which can able to cure all your problems.
Correct. Hmm.
Someone has the good sleep, 7 to 8 hours of the quality sleep, they're completely they're the prone to diseases. Because what will happen is in the sleep will produce some hormones like melatonin, serotonin. Okay, these are the some happy chemicals. There are the our body is the complex chemical laboratory. Okay, it's not an easy thing, but the more you have, the each and everyone has the impact on the others. The food
Hmm.
what you are giving impact on the sleep what you are having impact on the digestion what you are having impact on the other aspects. Okay, everything is interrelated, interconnected. I can say it's not a
Yes.
individual. The more the sleep you have, the more your body will recover. Not to the shallow sleep, deep sleep.
Hmm.
And nowadays people are having the phones till 12 o'clock. Okay,
Hmm.
consuming too much content, and that is really disturbing the sleep as well. That is the major problem nowadays people are facing. And even coming to the sleep also, when you have the dinner before 7:30, so that you are giving ample amount of the time for your body to digest.
Correct.
What will happen if you have the dinner at 7:30 and what will happen if you have the dinner at 10:30? Okay, take an example. If you have the dinner, it will take at least 3 hours to digest it. If you have by 7:30, then your digestion process will complete by 10:30 to 11, and
Mm.
the complete digestion will happen by 2 o'clock. So that
Yep.
once you complete the digestion, what will happen is your body starts cleaning,
Mm.
and it has from 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6. There are the 4 hours cleaning time is there to clean the body. Whereas
Yep.
while you are having the late night dinners, it is almost taking 6 to 7 hours, and your complete digestion is going to be end by morning 4:30 to 5. Okay, then how many cleaning hours was left? Just 1 or 1.5 hour. The people who has the more cleaning hours has the less prone to the diseases. The people who has the less cleaning hours are easily prone to the diseases, easily affected with the diseases. Got it?
Absolutely.
And that's how the
Absolutely.
sleep and early dinner has the two major pillars which is impacting our complete system.
Mm. Yeah, right. That's right. As you told, like sleep is the most important thing. And when I was recently listening to even Shiva Shankaran sir's podcast with Dr. Pal, he told 80% of the world's problem can be cured with sleep and like breathing, right? If you know the ability to breathe and everything properly, right? And one of the questions what I have over here is uh, when you told about like the chronic diseases and all, right? Now how can we actually cure it like naturally? Now as soon as we have like fever, we take crocin or like paracetamol or like dolo or something, right? And many times we have got used to it so much, even before consulting doctor. Okay, fever, take a crocin. Loose motion, take one more tablet, right? How can we actually cure it naturally?
Good question. See, the problem of a disease is nothing but your body is inability to heal on its own. The
Mm.
underlying problem is you have the weakened immune system. Why
Mm.
you will have weakened immune system? If you need to go dig deeper down, then you can come to know because your immunity system is not feeding good, and
Mm.
your body has full of the toxins which was stopping. We have the lacks of the nerves inside our body. If the tiny toxins was getting accumulated inside of each and every nerve or the cell, okay, what will happening? It will disturbing to absorb the essential thing, the essential
Mm.
nutrients, essential things, because this was, it's like a, uh, if you see in a well, okay, or in a tank in the house, okay, when you put it on the sunlight, you will have all the that greeny things.
Yep.
Okay, in the same way inside our body, if the toxins got accumulated, that will stop us from producing the good immune system. It
Yes.
won't feed the immune system. That's the reason we could not able to heal. First of all, the protocol what we follow is we'll clean the body, we'll remove the toxins, and we will try to feed that immunity system with the good diet. And that's how right now our practice is, it's a 4 step process right now what we are doing: ingestion, digestion, absorption, and elimination. We will remove the toxins from the body by elimination. With elimination process, we have the special diet for that. Then we think about the absorption, because all our problems are deficiency of an absorption. Your small intestine inside your body could not able to absorb the nutrients. If you have the right amount of the magnesium, you will have the better sleep. If you have the right amount of the iron, you will have the better bone strength. If you have the right amount of the calcium, you will have the better uh, strength. Okay, all these things matter, but what has happening, it is not getting enough food, enough nutrients to make it healthy. Like in a car,
Exactly.
If you need to have that engine oil every time,
Yes,
right? If you are
correct.
operating with the old engine oil, it won't give the efficiency, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. We should keep putting the right things into it, right? And when
Absolutely.
it, I believe like you also practice anemia, right? Like why it
No.
is so important for one to follow? Because when I was telling to one of my cousins to do that, he told like, hey, this is for like sick people, man, who are in hospital, some operation, who will get some operation, right? Those are the people who will use it. Typically, everybody, like 99% people don't do it. And why it is important for one to do it, and in how many days we need to do that.
See, actually, it's a detoxification process. In
Hmm.
general, you not required whenever you are having the good amount of the water.
Hmm.
Okay. Whenever you have taking the 3 to 4 liters of the water and having the good, I can say, mm, pooping.
Yeah.
Okay, if you could able to bowel movement, if your bowel movement is good, then you never have to have that things. But if your bowel movement is bad, that's where all the toxins form. That's where the accumulation of all the bad bacteria toxins will try to convert into our bloodstreams. With the
Hmm.
enema, what will do is it will flush out the all the toxins sitting inside our large intestine. Okay,
Hmm.
in majority of the cases we face the problems because that poop will stick to our large intestine for years together. That's how it will rotten and it will create an infections there.
Hmm.
The moment you done that enema, you will completely feel that new version of yourself. You can come to
Correct.
know release all the toxins sitting inside your gut from so long time. It's like a removing the drainage. Whenever you see inside your nearby your house, for example, somebody is cleaning the drainage, why we get lot of smell?
It's accumulation of the waste, and it has been blocked, and
Absolutely.
too much smell is coming there.
If you without touch it, you won't feel smell. The moment you
Correct.
touch it and remove it, you will face too much smell, right?
Yeah.
Same thing happening inside our body also. The moment you didn't touch, you won't feel anything. The moment you touched, you can come to see that the bad aspects inside sitting inside our body. The moment once
Hmm.
you're done with enema, at least once in a week or once in a 15 days also, that good enough to go, so that you will remove all the accumulated toxins naturally with the water.
Understood. Understood. Love that. And it's a natural, right? There is no any side effects or like
No, sir,
bad
nothing.
things
It's
doing those things.
pumping the water inside our body artificially. That's it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Love that. And when it comes down to like gut health and the mental health, right? And how does it actually link, and how are both linked to each other?
Okay. Actually, that is the major problem nowadays. The thing is, people nowadays are so much anxious and depressed because the underlying factor for those things is it's an interlinked. Both are interlinked. The stress will impact the gut microbiome, and the imbalance of the gut microbiome will lead to the stress as well. Because
Mm.
85% of the serotonin, which is an happy chemical which make you happy, that produced inside your gut, the moment you lack of the good gut microbiome, and you always feel anxious, you will always feel depressed because the chemical is not producing inside your body. That's the reason somebody will artificially give some medications. Okay, the moment once you have the healthy gut, it will automatically make you mental well-being also. You will get an you will get the that power to maintain that mental health as well. Same thing, if you feel stress, so much stress, automatically it will impact the gut as well. Both are interlinked. Cortisol, serotonin, okay, all these things will produce inside the gut, so that the happy, you make your gut happy, and it will make you happy.
Yes,
Okay, it will take care
absolutely.
of the happiness, obviously.
Right, right. If you are happy inside, like the
Happy
gut,
outside.
it'll actually show the signals to the brain, and like we are happy as well. Love that.
Absolutely.
And doing meditation, all those things also can keep
Will
the
calm
stress
you.
level.
Absolutely. Will calm the stress levels, will cool you. Because uh, can you use the phone continuously 24 by 7? Will it operate
No,
at the optimal level?
no,
How our brain will
correct.
continuously work at 24 by 7? We need to give the rest. Rest is not about the sleep. Consciously, subconsciously, our brain works. But we need to slow down so that it can operate at the highest level. You need to give the proper rest. Rest is to operate at the optimal level. The more
Right.
you give the rest to the body, the more it will operate at the optimal level.
Absolutely. Love that. And Ravi, right now, India is not only diabetics capital, it's also like the workload capital, right? Like too many hours like we work. We are like some of the hardest working people in the world. If we see countries like Estonia, Europe, all those things like Finland, they only work like 4 hours, 5 hours. Whereas we Indians, we work more than 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours also. Someone recently also died in the company, right, because of too much of work. Now, how does one have to go to have a proper balance of like work, because of work there is so much of stress created. Stress is like doing the things what we don't love to do for an extended period of time. And how do we balance it, right? Because so many messages, emails, and constant being on the internet, this wi-fi, everything stresses out, right? Work, stress at the office, stress at the house, stress with the children. How to balance it?
See, the thing is, why we'll face the stress first of all?
Hmm.
Stress is nothing but lot of unfulfilled accumulation of unfulfilled desires.
Yeah.
Okay, that means if a cup is full, can you able to pour even more water?
No, it will go down.
It will overflow.
Correct.
Overflow of the thoughts is nothing but stress, where
Hmm.
your mind could not able to handle it.
Hmm.
First of all, you need to get yellow your body to handle it. For that, you need to empty the cup.
Yes.
Then only you can yellow some other thoughts need to be poured.
Hmm.
Because nowadays we are not emptying, we are too much accumulating, not emptying. Our outflow is zero, inflow is keep on accumulating. Same thing happening inside the body, same thing happening to the mind. We are having 3 to 4 times of the food, but I only have, going one bowel movement in a day. Okay, and having too much content through the shorts, medias, everything, we are accumulated too much thoughts. But where is the time we are cleaning the thoughts? Nobody practicing the cleaning the thoughts. And if you have the strong rituals, a small 10 minutes practice in a day, that really help you to clean the thoughts which was got accumulated inside your mind. That's how you could able to empty the cup. Stress is nothing but unable to manage the multiple things or accumulated thoughts at a time. So that the small practices like power of the hour, small ritual practices will make you free and make you yellow some other things also. And these
Hmm.
rituals, one should, if someone, it won't take much time, hours together, just 10 or 15 minutes in a day. That will make your cup empty so that you will, won't feel that pressure.
Absolutely, absolutely. Love that. Like having a proper, not to fill out like too many things into the mind, and like doing the most important things, following a proper plan, timetable, all these things is like a good way
Too
to
many
avoid
things
it.
anyhow will flow, but we are not removing that.
Yeah.
Elimination is not happening,
Hmm.
accumulation is happening.
Too much addition is happening, removal is not happening.
Absolutely. If you could able to find the areas to remove, for example, having a good word with your life partner or the friend, it will release. Okay. The release either need to be happen in the some way when you speak with someone, or when you have meditation practices in place, or when you love what you do at the time what you for example without the gadgets, when you do certain aspects like playing with the child, playing with the pet, all these things will release the stress.
Yeah,
Better to have
absolutely.
certain rituals in place.
That's fantastic. And Ravi, for all the people who are watching this, like some of them already have like diabetics and like sugar, not everyone, some certain people. Now their sugar level is like more than 8, right? And now how they can actually follow this like reverse diabetics, like as you're telling, even without medicines, because they're already on like medication, they have to eat every day the like the medicine, etc., right? How
Okay.
they have to go about it.
Okay, that is altogether completely different science. But whereas if the people who are on the medication, okay, the major root problem for the people who are with the diabetes is not the medication. It's
Hmm.
about ignorance of the food what they are having.
Hmm.
If you got the problem with the food,
Correct.
and you need to get the solution with the food only.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
how you
But
got the
most
problem?
people are searching in the medicine only.
They are searching the alternative ways, different ways to come out from the solution. How you got the problem? The same way you can able to reverse the problem also.
Hmm.
That the people, despite of using the food as a medicine, they are using some medicine things which is managing the things, not the reversing the things. Okay, and coming to these people who has the high HbA1c more than 8, we have seen the cases where we have dealt with the people who has more than 10 HbA1c,
Okay.
they came to 5.5 within 3
Hmm.
months. And if you take a, one
Wow.
of my friend Avinash,
Amazing.
okay,
Hmm.
his father has been facing with 10.5 HbA1c before he reached us.
Okay.
The moment
Hmm.
after he is following the diet practices which have been suggested, he religiously followed for 3 months. A few days back, he got his blood report. His HbA1c came to 5.5, and he cured all the rest of the problems, and he lost 15 kgs of the weight as well.
Wow. Amazing.
Because
Now,
the
l-
practices what he followed, the things what we have given, if someone
hmm.
could able to religiously follow, because we use the food as a medicine, we should use that instead of other things. That's how one can able to come out easily.
Absolutely. Love that. Can you walk us through like a 40,000 feet view? What exactly happened is 3 months. It's like a medical miracle, like the magic, right? Like doctors tell eat the mills, like eat the eat the
Yes.
medicines forever, right? And they never actually tell more about the diet. All they tell is eat little less rice, go little, do some walking, go do this, right? Which most people never will follow strictly. I have seen so many people, even in my family and everything, even though doctor will tell, they just nod and they don't follow 100%. Maybe for a few days they'll follow and they'll go back to the same pattern because the wife is cooking the same food for the children, and even the husband or like everybody also has to eat the same food. Now, exactly how does you brought such a great transformation?
See, first of all, it's you need to find the fix the mindset before you providing the skill set or tool
Hmm.
set.
Hmm.
We provide the holistic way of healing the people. It's not just providing some diet plans or some other things. We need to work on the mindset, skill set, and tool set. We need to
Yep.
set the strong why before we are going to provide the solutions. Okay, they need to be there, they need to be committed to follow certain practices, because it's a sure short thing which can able to help you to cure no matter how much HbA1c you have. You can able to get it down. The practices what we are going to follow will make you someone to cure it easily within 3 months. But here the wrong thing is people are ignorant about they could able to heal their diseases with the food itself. Because from the childhood onwards we have been conditioned such a way that if you face any health problems, go and get the pill. How they will change the fundamental aspects the moment they face these chronic issues? That will there from childhood, right? That's the reason they
Hmm.
keep on searching the right solutions in the with the wrong person.
Yes.
Okay, that is the problem. Approaching the doctors, but doctors studied medicine, not the nutrition. They are
Yes.
good at recommending the best medicine, but not good at providing the best food. It's all
Hmm.
about the person who, because the way of dealing the disease is different if you are treating it to the food or you are treating with the medicine. Medicine is only mask the symptoms. It is for disease management, not for disease reversal. But food,
Hmm.
it is going to reverse the problem and going to give that inherent capacity by fixing the root cause. And we follow certain protocol with the clients. The moment they onboarded with us, we are going to make them detoxify the bodies initially before we get make them to heal naturally. Detox and healing are the two steps we follow. Initially, we will detox them, remove all the toxins from the body with the different practices, liquid diet, solid diet, deeper gut detox processes. All this will help them to clean the process. Then we eventually we take them to the healing aspects. It's a 3 to 6 months journey, depends on their health conditions. Every day we are going to have the recommendations of the balanced meal. We follow certain protocol called LCHF diet, low carb,
Okay.
high fat, rich protein diet. Okay, with that
Hmm.
diet, we are helping the people in reversing that. You can able to see the remarkable change week by week because your body is getting all the nutrients. It's so happy from inside. All the gut microbiome is happy and dancing because it is getting whatever it required.
Nice.
Till now, you have sabotaged in such a way you made them feel fasting. You are not feeding.
Hmm.
The moment you feed the right way, it will act and it will help you in return by providing and reversing all the problems naturally.
Absolutely, absolutely. Loved it. It's all like it starts with the right mindset, figuring out your why, then the skill set, and then the tool set. And if one follows strictly whatever you're going to tell, within 3 months, they can see the transformation from diabetics to like telling goodbye to diabetics. After 3 months, they don't need to take medicines for the rest of their life, right? They're
They need
cured.
to have the maintenance diet. They never have to depend. Medicines are the things which has been propagated in our mind that without that you are going to die, right?
Yes,
That panic
yes.
mode has been created, okay, inside our mind. If you take an example, how people live 500 years back, did they depend on the medications?
No.
How humans has lived from almost 20, 30, 40,000 years without doctor and without medicine. Body is the
Yeah.
biggest doctor.
Correct, correct.
People
The
are
Pran
ignorant
Shakti,
about
the
that.
healing, right? It has the
Absolutely.
ability
People
to heal
ignorant
and
about
cure.
that and keep on depending on the doctors and medications. And no
Hmm.
animal in the world would depend on the doctors. If you take any forest, no animal
Yeah,
will go to the doctor, right? But despite they are surviving from millions of years, we have been
absolutely.
habituated in such a way that we need to depend on something so that then only we can reverse the problem. It's
Absolutely.
all the
Hmm.
wrong marketing and propaganda that has been done from the past 20 years onwards that was impacting our lives and thinking in the wrong way. That's the reason we
Right.
started our ELZ to rewire that belief systems and reinstall the confidence that they could able to heal the diseases on their own by fixing the root cause with the proper education.
Hmm. Yeah, right. Absolutely. The right education is very important, the real knowledge, right? And now, how can we navigate, right, from expensive treatments to like advanced facilities to like if somebody is watching a kid in India from a small village and they have diabetics, right? And their parents or something, how they can actually avoid it, and like how much do you think usually like a diabetics patient spend in a year, right? And like how much money do they spend, and like how we can 10x reduce it, like dechromatize, like all these problems.
See, diabetes is the one of the major problem. The major problem behind that is excessive carbohydrates intake. That is the major
Okay.
problem. It is an ignorance.
Hmm.
Just because of having that some different sort of the food, it instantly reduce the diabetes. Don't believe that. It's all about a lifestyle changes someone need today. Diabetes, all the chronic diseases are lifestyle diseases.
Yep.
It's not a
Hmm.
disease, not even a disease. We should not say it as a disease. Lifestyle disorder.
Okay.
Okay, lifestyle disorder will happen when the lifestyle is not going in the right way.
Hmm.
in, in the good way it's supposed to need to go. That disorders, lot of lifestyle disorders has been happened that eventually ended up in the disease. And if you could able to
Absolutely.
fix that thing, one is with the diet, second one is the sleep, movement. The diet is you need to have the balanced diet instead of the excessive carbohydrate diet, like having the full of plate with full of rice. Okay, instead of that you need to have the proportions: 20% fruits or vegetables, 20% fiber rich, 40%, okay, it's better to have the rice, 20% curd rice or some other appetizers or desserts which can able to help you. The balanced meal which can really help you to maintain the sustainable life, not the
Mm,
singularity way of the doing, just feeding the thing with the carbohydrates itself. Okay, like
absolutely.
how in a government, not not one department could able to, having only one department in the entire government does not help you, right? You need to have the
Mm,
different, you need to have the law and order, you need to have the police, you need to have the other things to maintain the healthy community, right? In the same way
yes.
your body also need the diversity of the nutrients. Without that you will miss the others.
Absolutely, absolutely. Love that. It's like we have to take care of everything in a proper way. And what are the most practical and like proven method for maintaining healthy sugar levels, right? Preventing diabetics altogether.
Okay, see, the thing is we need to flush out the excess glucose sitting inside our blood. That is the one thing. Okay,
Hmm.
how it is going to do, if you could able to give the ample amount of the time to your body, okay, it will automatically reset it.
Hmm.
But we are not giving the time to the body to reset it. For example, a deeper fasting will really help you to reduce the glucose levels, if someone could able to do. If not, then the keto process really works, and that is also a bit extreme. That's the reason keto could not able to follow extreme fastings also people could not able to follow. That's the reason we come up with the ultimate thing, low carb, high fat, high rich diet, whereas the sugars will won't spike whenever you have the fat food. Okay, it slowly releases the glucose, and your body will automatically absorb the excess glucose inside your body. It's all about the diet you are taking that will eventually act as a medicine. Clean the existing glucose, don't make sure that you are going to produce the even more glucose inside your blood, so that the existing glucose slowly will get into the bloodstream. The fat keto process and the glucose process, there are the two processes inside our body. The
Hmm.
moment you stop the glucose process, okay, the fat process will start.
Hmm.
Fat won't produce the glucose inside your blood, it directly feed to our cells. Whereas the glycogen process, it need that carbohydrates need to convert it into the glucose, then glucose need to get into the cells. Whereas that
Absolutely.
keto process, that the fat is directly getting inside your cells itself without having to touch the glucose. That's the reason if you could able to follow that sort of the practices, so that all the glucose which was excessively sitting inside your body slowly will get absorbed by the body itself. That's how we could able to come out from the disease.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Love that. And Ravi, after you helping, how many people you must like how many people you would have helped until now in your life, right? Like in terms of like diabetics, reversal, and
Now
everything at Healy.
it's 2000 people.
Wow, that's phenomenal growth. I need to appreciate that. And out of this 2000 people, after like helping them cure their disease problems and everything, what, how will you tell someone who is healthy, right? What does a healthy man or woman, what all things one must have? You will consider he's the best, like army when we go, there is a certain height, there is certain thing. Now, in your eyes,
Measurements.
right?
The same thing, the blood markers. We will take the blood markers before we approaching they approaching us, and we
Mm.
will analyze the blood markers after they are having with us.
Okay.
Okay, they
Mm.
will compare the both the blood markers, and where they can see clearly see what else has been improved, in which areas they has been improved. That is the only metric we could able to measure. Rest of the things which is not in control, right? That is the assurance
Absolutely.
we are going to give. You compare the blood markers before approaching us, compare the blood markers after having the practices what we have suggested to you. That's
Mm.
how they could able to see the drastic results.
Absolutely love that. Amazing. And now, Ravi, I'll be asking you for like rapid round questions. Are you ready for it?
Yeah,
Okay,
happy.
awesome. Um, what is the one Indian food you believe is excellent for like gut health?
Mm, fermented curd rice.
Hmm.
That is really
Now,
good.
that's amazing. Now, for the people who don't eat curd, what is the best food alternative for them?
Mm, kombucha. There are the
Kombucha
sauerkraut.
means?
There are the different sort of fermented foods.
Okay.
For the people who don't have the are not interested in curd, mm, you also get these fermented things inside the dosa batter,
Hmm.
which has
Okay.
been there for 1 day. Okay,
Hmm.
that fermentation will happen even inside these things also. But
Absolutely.
for the better aspects, the gut microbiome will get more absorbed. The sauerkraut, kimchi, kombucha, these are all the other foods you can able to search it. It will made with all the vegetables only. Okay,
Hmm.
they will soak in the water for certain period of the time, and they will again put it in oil for a long period of the time, so that it will ferment and produce certain sort of the good bacteria, really helpful for our body.
Absolutely. Love that. My next question is like one myth about gut health you want to burst.
Okay, okay, good question. The gut health, people will think gut means it is only the digestive issues,
Yeah.
but gut is the whole body. It's an unsung hero inside our body. Okay,
Hmm.
it's a engine to our body. It's not just a digestive system which was only hampered whenever you face certain digestive issues. Gut is the hero. That is where you could engine, if you could able to fix the engine, you will get the good mileage, right?
Absolutely.
not
Love that.
not not just restricted to the digestive issues, it is relating to the whole body. Even if you are getting acne, it's not the
Hmm.
skin problem.
Hmm.
Sometimes it's the gut problem. If you are losing the hair, it's not the some skin problem. Again, it's the gut problem. There are a lot of the issues which was we are facing nowadays. It's not the organ problem, it's the fundamental root cause problem.
Hmm. Absolutely. And as you told about hair, right? How can one avoid hair loss? Nowadays, everybody is like losing the hair also. What's your advice on it?
Of course, something we can do from the external side, something we can do the internal side. For example, if like a healthy plant we need to grow, if you want to grow a healthy plant, there are the few fundamental things it required. Okay, you need a nutrition from the soil, you need a proper sunlight, and you need to have the proper water, right? No matter how much healthy water you pour and how much good sunlight you give, without having the right nutrition soil, okay, it won't grow,
Hmm.
right? The hair is also so same thing. We are applying some sprays, some shampoos, and all these things from the external side. But what about the nutrition? What essentially it is required to feed it, to grow it, right?
Hmm.
The nutrition is the major thing that really is the roots. If the roots are strong, the branch is strong, the fruits are strong. You need to fix the roots with the right nutritional facts,
Absolutely.
then
Love
you
that.
have the ability to hold.
Hmm. Hmm. Right. And Ravi, what are your top three favorite books about like health which you have learned, which you'll recommend everybody to like read it?
For health, mm, see, in majority of my experiences came from the practical experience.
Yep.
I learned from directly from the people who has been practicing for 40, 50 years. Okay, sometimes you get the knowledge from the experiential way rather than the intellectual way. The experience is what
Absolutely.
I have got from completely from the experiential way.
Right.
I'm very much very less interested in reading the books in terms of these things, rather than I experience and I help and take the feedback in the real time. Whereas I have interested in some Netflix documentaries as well, If somebody who are interested,
And if you were to recommend three documentaries and three mentors who actually helped you where you are right now, coming into health, who will be them, your mentors?
yeah, the one and only mentor which I following and used to follow is MSR from Vijayawada, Manthan
Okay.
Satyanarayan Raju. He has been a
Mm.
great mentor, great person who has been impacted the millions of the lives in Telugu states, and that is the major source of inspiration professionally and personally as well. And Satvik movement is the one of the wonderful people who was doing the
Yeah.
revolutionary things.
They have
And
created this book also,
absolutely
Sattvic
wonderful
Revolution.
education. Yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
That's a wonderful way. The education they have provided. But that itself is not enough. Sometimes people are intellectually getting something, but they are unable to practice those things. That is the practical difficulties we found.
Correct.
Knowing without doing is just knowing only. Okay. You
Yeah.
need to prepare the food in
Implement,
such a
execute.
way it should it that need to taste more than unhealthy items, better than unhealthy items, then only people will thought about this. Otherwise healthy means not tasty. That is the thing which was been there in our mind. Okay,
Yes,
if we could able to make it tasty and healthy, that's how the people could able to follow it easily. And
absolutely.
coming
No,
to the documentaries also, there are the couple of the documentaries like Blue Zones and the Gut Health and Live to the 100. There are the couple of the documentaries which really give you the source of inspiration.
absolutely. Love that. And what is your go-to health snack on a busy day? What do you eat?
I won't eat snacks much, but whenever I am having some partying of the things, all these things, we used to have makana,
Makan means?
fox. We can say that fox nuts,
Okay.
roasted fox nuts. It will
Roasted
like a
fox
popcorn.
means, does it come because of fox or what?
We call as a fox nuts. It will come from the lotus fruit.
Okay. Hmm.
Okay, it will like look like a popcorn, but not a popcorn. It will emerge from the
Understood.
focus, which is rich in omega-3 acids, and good for the health as well as for snacking also.
Right. Do you also recommend eating like almonds, cashew nuts,
Yeah,
or
good. But so could would be the good enough. Not the directly eating those things won't give the much benefit. So could almonds will give you the tremendous
right?
benefits.
If we have to eat it night only, we need to soak, and morning we have to eat it, right?
Absolutely.
Love that. And what is the daily habits to keep your gut happy? Happy gut is happy life, right?
This is the true fact. Actually, a lot of the people tend to ignore. Okay, bowel movement.
Hmm.
Okay, having the how many times you are having the food and how many times you are going to the bowel movement. You are having your bowel movement. That is really impacting the lot. The stool which is sitting inside our gut, that is the major problem for all the constipation. Is the mother of all the diseases. Okay, to maintain that healthy gut, how many times you are having the food, at least twice in a day. If you could able to have that bowel movements, if you are having the 3 to 4 times of the food, 2 times after having the bowel movement will clearly clean out the all the toxins sitting inside your body. And the problems arises because of low bowel movement, less bowel movement once in a day or twice once in 2 days. These are all the major problems. To make that healthy, the more you eat, the more time you go to the bowel movements, then you will feel happy.
Absolutely. As you
Sometimes
told
it's
rightly,
not
the
always
hmm,
about inflow. Sometimes the health will also come from the outflow.
correct, correct. Now that it's like constipation. Imagine if you are eating like lot of burgers and pizzas, for us to go for like toilet, it will be like difficult, right? And if you are eating like rasam rice or something, digestion becomes like so easily. Yeah, it
Absolutely.
happens,
Even
right?
you could able to sense it if the your gut is smelly, you can able to sense it in the mouth.
Hmm.
Okay, sweat. You will smell it because that is the signs that your gut is not healthy.
Hmm. Hmm.
It will show you in these formats.
Absolutely. We talked about lot of things about like the gut, right? How about like the oral microbiome? Why it is so important to take care? Because any problem happens in mouth, all the nerves is connected to head and everything. If somebody is facing like a teeth pain or like anything, they have severe pain.
Of course, the oral microbiome plays a major role because that is the it's all start with the microbiome start with the mouth till anus. Okay,
Hmm.
the oral microbiome help you in producing the right saliva.
Hmm.
Okay, and in making your oral health good. If it is not there or if it is broken, then your oral health is at risk. For that, it's better to have uh, some daily, of course, to maintain that oral health. It is not to not to too much put so much pressure on the oral aspects, like having the too hot foods, like too spicy foods. That is also one of the major reason that will impact those things. Better to have the mild and moderate things and chew it. Chewing makes the more saliva release of more saliva. 50% of the digestion happen inside the mouth itself.
Hmm. Right. We must not gulp the food. That's why I believe like Japanese live some of the longest because I believe they eat food for like 1 hour or something like that, right?
Chew
Very
the food, they
slowly.
have to chew it.
We Indians
50%
eat
happen here.
very fast.
Absolutely. Ingestion,
Hmm.
that is the major problem. That's what we are teaching. How you need to have the food ingestion, how it will process it, digestion, how you need to fix the absorption, how you could able to fix the elimination. These are all the four areas we work, each and every area. Because nowadays people major problem is they are eating unconsciously, not consciously. They are not paying enough attention towards the food whatever they are having. They are
Hmm.
seeing the mobile on one side and having the food on another side, and without chewing properly they are gulping. And with the conscious unconscious eating is the major problem. If you could able to make body everything got prepared before you are having the food, then definitely it will give the maximum benefits. Okay, it's
Absolutely.
a prayer. If you could able to do 1 minute prayer or some other thing before having the food, it really impacts a lot.
Absolutely right. I believe, in fact, one of my mentors, Peter Diamandis, whom you also met at Hyderabad, he tells people who have gratitude and like do prayer tend to live like 10, 15 years more than average person, right? Because you're grateful for like the God, grateful for the people, right? And
Absolutely.
grateful people tend to live longer and being more happier. Know that.
Yeah.
And if you have to describe gut health in one word, what would it be?
It's the foundation,
Hmm.
pillars of the health.
Absolutely love that. And yeah, it was phenomenal, Ravi. And for all the people nowadays, like they're spending so much time on the internet, they are spending so much time on social media. First, they were spending so much time with the family and friends and everything, right? Now, what advice like you'll tell for the people they have to do meditation or like I believe you also did vipassana, like the 10 minutes or 10 days or meditation, this thing, right? Can you tell us
Yes.
about your experience before doing that and after doing that, and what you will recommend everyone? Should they do it or not do it, and who should do it?
Nowadays, we have got too much accumulated with the content. Okay. If you are not allowing your brain to release those things, that's the reason we face a lot of the stress and anxiety and issues. Okay. People lose lot of the focus and unable to work on one aspect at a time, and unable to uh, take the excess amount of the pressure because of the mind is too much loaded with all the thoughts. And the practices like vipassana, which is a 10 days practice, it's a noble silence. You never have to speak with anyone. You won't speak also. You will just meditate for 7 to 8 hours, 9 to 10 hours in a day with the guided practices. So that what will happen is your body will has the natural ability to heal the mental problems also. You never have to go to the psychiatrist, or you never have to go to the therapist also. The moment you realize that the body has this inherent capacity to heal on its own, whenever you maintain the silence, all the thoughts will come out and flow away. Okay, that's that accumulated thoughts. Whenever you free up, it will go like a bubbles, and your cup will get empty. The moment your cup get empty, you have the more capacity to even to load even more,
Hmm.
right? As I said, you
Right.
the cup is full of empty. That's the reason we could not able to handle the pressure on all these things. The moment you practice these things, your cup will completely empty. You understand how our brain works. You will get a ability to handle your brain throughout your life. You never have to approach anyone. In the same way, in the health aspects also, if you could able to take control of the diet, you never have to approach the doctor throughout your life. If you're
Hmm.
able to take control of your mind, you never have to feel stressed, anxiety, or never have to approach any psychiatrist also.
Absolutely.
Body was the biggest doctor, physically, mentally, emotionally. But you need to be conscious and you need to be aware. You need to give the right time to it. That's it.
Absolutely love that. It is like silence for the body, social media detox, and even for the mind, body, everything calm, and we can restart and make the world a better place to live. That was so amazing. And Ravi, for everybody who is watching until now, who wants to learn more, how they can connect with you, right? And if they have any questions about diabetics reversal, PCOD, acidity, or whatever it is, how they can contact your website or like
Yeah,
LinkedIn,
we
Instagram.
we have the website called healeasy.in. As the name itself will reflect that you can easily heal from any of the problems. And if somebody are interested, they can submit the form, or they we are running the weekly webinars about the health aspects in the more detailed way. What exactly the problem is, how you could able to come out from the problem, what is the fundamental root cause of all these problems, and why medicines are not working, and what is the permanent solution to cure all these problems. We are discussing webinar on every week at Sunday 10:30. Okay, if somebody is interested, there please enroll. Go to the healeasy.in and go to the digestive issues. There you could able to get a landing page. You are going to enroll into that. Once you got enrolled, thousands of the people learning from us in every week, so that be part of this mission and help you to heal yourself and heal your family, heal India, and the heal the world.
Absolutely, absolutely. Love that. That was super amazing, Ravi. Thank you so much for sharing your incredible wisdom with all of us. It was like a
Thank you, Akshay.
great like
Thanks for your
master class, right? Where people can learn about their health. Someone can learn so much in this last one almost like 2 hours, right? Like everything about like health, how disease comes, what is the root cause of it, how they can overcome that, and everything. Now it's time for them from knowing to like doing and implementing, right? And that's how we can rename or like rechange from the diabetics capital of the world to like health capital of the world, like making us literate. And also do share it with your friends, tag your friend, tell us what is your three biggest takeaway in the comment section. That's how we can spread to like more people. And Ravi, any last piece of advice you want to tell to everyone who is watching this at the Real Knowledge Club Longevity Summit?
Yeah, be conscious about what you are eating. That will take care of your health. That's
Hmm.
it.
Absolutely. And yep, thank you so much once again, Ravi, and thank you everyone for watching
Thank you.
until
Thank you,
here.
Akshay, for having this wonderful podcast. I appreciate the
Yep,
efforts what you have put, and thanks for inviting me.
yep, thank you everyone, and thank you, Ravi. And yep, take care of yourself, everyone. Until next time, have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye bye, guys.